guys, welcome back to Katie's Garden Tour! So I have been gardening for quite some time now. I kind of just picked it back up again in the last few years here at this house, but I used to garden in Florida.
Which is a completely different game than the desert.
And I grew up here and I knew how to garden. Okay, so anyway, this is my garden tour. I filmed this actually earlier when I had my spring garden on with the peas and things like that. But then I didn't post it, and I want to do an updated tour because the garden is thriving. It rained. It looks nice always after it rains, which we don't get rain in the desert very often.
Yeah, what zone are we?
We are zone 6 now. We're zone 6 now. We were 5B, 5A, 5B. Now we're zone 6A. So we're also desert. It does not rain here. We have to water by drip lines, sprinklers, so we don't get all that nice nutrients from the rain.
No, we have the worst soil.
But there are some bonuses to that, so I'll show you in a minute. This is my garden tour. I did add like these two little beds this year, these two tray thingies. They came from my dad's. He can't use them anymore. And so in this, I have a bunch of zinnias.
So pretty.
And it's hard to walk through.
Purple
There's back here though some broccoli.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Broccoli.
And then
yeah, I love this one. What is this?
That's fun. So these are cosmos. I think actually I don't think that's a cosmos. I don't know what that is. I can't remember. I planted a bunch of random flowers, didn't know if they were gonna come up. They did.
Hey, we know what this is.
Zucchini.
They're so pretty.
And then tucked in there is some basil. So I just wanted to create a space where it would feel like the garden is really amongst us instead of just out there. So I started to bring in the garden closer to where we sit and hang out. And it's really lovely because over there, I'll show you, we have mint, and you catch like the mint or the basil, and you get some smells.
So good.
Smells so good. But here's my wall of onions.
Okay, this is just screaming fall harvest.
Artwork.
Like, no, it actually is kind of cool.
It used to be a wall of garlic, and now it's a wall of onions. So if you want to see everything I've harvested from my garden, make sure to check out a video that's going to be coming up at the end of the season. It's going to be everything I harvested from my garden, minus a few things that I gave away or I grabbed for dinner for us that I didn't show because I was in a hurry. But it's pretty much everything I harvested from my garden.
That's cool.
The boys actually did all the work of stringing these up for me, and here we can string them up outdoors and cure them because we're in a dry desert.
Yes.
So I don't have to worry about the humidity, other than today after a rain. It is a little bit humid, but it's not. These will be fine. Okay, come around. So in here I planted a giant tomato. It has had some blossom end rot. I've had to get some fertilizer on it, and it's starting to do okay now. Now we're starting to get decent tomatoes without the blossom end rot.
Look at our garden buddy.
Yes, it's little Koa. So this is Audrey's dog, Koa. It's a new puppy. If you haven't seen anything about this, you have to check out when she got this little puppy. I call him Gremlin.
He is a gremlin. Little
He's got the
Gremmy.
little puppy teeth.
Yeah.
Anyway, check out the Audrey and Spencer channel or Audrey, all around Audrey.
Yes.
You can learn more about Koa.
He loves the garden, but honestly, he doesn't really help. He just knocks everything down.
He's fun.
But he's too cute, so we let him.
Fun. Okay, wait, we're gonna jump here real quick. So underneath my nasturtiums, I have
Your what? Your nasturtiums?
Oh, these are nasturtiums.
What the heck is
flowers?
a
The flowers. You can like eat the leaves and the petals, but I don't. They will attract the aphids and bugs supposedly away from your garden, but mine are here by the patio. They're not out in the garden, so they're not really a trap crop for me out here, but I like how they flow.
Yeah.
They're just like doing their thing.
Yeah, look, they're like vining down.
So amongst it, I have some Thai sweet basil and some Thai sweet basil up here that I've been harvesting because I will use this in the fall and winter to cook with. We have some lilacs that I dug up from a monstrous lilac bush that I tore out and when we put up our fence, but I wanted to save it. So I'm making these into 2 lilac trees for Audrey and I.
Yes.
So next year I'm hoping that we can train those better. I just wanted them to get rooted this year, and then we'll be like training them to look like a lilac tree, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Over here, some beautiful dahlias.
My favorite.
Loving these.
I love the dahlias.
They're so much fun. They add a lot of pop of color and they make it feel tropical.
Yeah, the bright
love it.
orange.
And then we have a yellow squash. It had also some.
Oh,
like,
look, there's a little baby one.
Yeah, they're starting to do better. They were turning orange and falling off because they weren't getting the nutrients, but we fixed that. Here we have some chocolate mint basil.
Chocolate.
Grapefruit basil.
What the heck?
And some more dahlias.
And some berries.
So these are huckleberries.
Yours are actually, mine all died.
Oh, sad.
Yours is actually doing good.
Might have to get more. So I planted these in here, and I know that they need 4 feet of space per bush, and there's 3 in each. I did it for purpose because I wasn't sure if huckleberries would survive in the alkaline soil. They love acidic and we're alkaline. However, I found in Idaho they can grow huckleberries and they're alkaline. So these might be the variety that actually grows in our soil. So I'm debating about digging up this one here and making it, or by the garbage can, making a huckleberry patch.
Cute.
So next year those will be transported if they survive winter. But they are thriving. They keep blossoming.
Yeah, have you eaten them?
I haven't yet. I want to pick them and put them in the freezer until I have enough and make some jam.
Eat one right now.
Well, I think you have to cook them and eat them.
Oh, they're gross.
They're not very great when you eat them plain. They're the kind of thing that you make into jams or syrups. You don't just like pop them in and eat them.
It's like a blueberry, but not.
No. Then we have some mojito mint and some lime mint over here, along with some more dahlias that are going to seed, which I'll save those seeds because those are so beautiful. And then this is the normal peppermint and spearmint. It's got mixed.
It literally looks like a bush.
It smells heavenly. I love like letting the hose whack across it.
Yeah.
This is like, you do have to keep it trimmed up though, because I don't let it go to seed and I don't let it touch the ground, or else it will like
spread.
My whole yard will be mint.
He's got your
He's got a glove, whatever.
The garden buddy doing his finest work.
It's what he does. We're gonna let him just do. Got some.
Whoa, these are huge.
Sunflowers. And then down here I planted some beans, but I'm having a slug issue. Not so much a grasshopper, but slugs are eating my garden like crazy. And my peppers, don't laugh, Audrey.
Gosh.
My peppers are tiny compared to yours.
They're cute mini babies.
They're so little, and if you show
Koa,
he's gonna eat them.
No.
I'm like, he loves picking things out of the garden. You can't show him. He loves them.
He'll snatch all the produce.
And then these are the chocolate cherry tomatoes, the black cherry tomatoes.
Hey, this one's about ready.
Yeah. This is a sour cherry tree. It got butchered this year, and so it didn't get a lot of cherries, but I got a ton last year. So next year I'm hoping we'll get a lot more sour cherries. Tomatoes, yeah, some lettuce and some, there's random broccolis. This is a bed of like everything. It's scraps. There's just like, I put everything in there.
Okay,
so,
explain your gardening technique.
I don't plant in rows like the typical gardener, as you can see. I kind of do what I would call chaos gardening, but I don't just like chuck.
Oh, you have a spidey on you. Oh. Okay, continue.
It's not that big a deal. Spiders are actually a gardener's friend.
But it was on you.
Okay, so I don't just chuck seeds. I do kind of have like some thought where they're going, but I like to intermingle them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the pests are not as harsh on my garden when I have them. They're confused. They're confused by so many smells.
Okay.
So I'll plant like onions and garlic everywhere throughout the garden to kind of like get rid of pests. Oh yeah, he loves finding all the tags too.
It's called Katie's chaotic gardening technique.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I don't plant in rows. I like to scramble. Plus it adds interest. And it confuses everybody. They don't know where to pick stuff.
Only you.
Like, I don't know where to find anything. I do.
This one's cool. It's a different
So this
color.
is a purple broccoli from last year. I'm letting it go to seed and they're already falling out. Those are the seeds I want to harvest. They'll probably grow next year. So I'm going to save those seeds. Obviously I need to come out here and do that. There's some raspberry bushes that are spreading like crazy.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna have a lot of raspberries.
They're the thornless. They don't have thorns on them.
That's nice.
Here are some new crops that I just planted. As you can see, like they're totally like got eaten by the slugs.
Yep.
Audrey's got eaten by the grasshoppers. Mine are slugs.
Sad.
This is a tomatillo.
Yeah, they're cool. It's like they're like a. Focus.
This is my first year growing tomatillos.
They feel like a paper lantern, like the ones from Tangled. Like they feel so hollow.
Yeah.
But they turn purple, right? When they're ready?
I think I have a green and a purple. I'm not sure. These are probably, I don't know.
Oh no, I have the same one and I don't know when to pick it.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. And then I have also like volunteer ground cherries that happen. They grow similar to that, but they're so annoying because they just spread like crazy in the garden. If you let one of these fall to the ground, you're gonna have them for life. For life. You'll never get them out of your garden.
The tomatillos?
Probably because it happens with the ground cherries. I
Ew.
cannot get them out of my garden.
Well, it's probably my garden for life.
So,
Koa.
it's just helping.
Look at these
You
pretty.
may or may not destroy some stuff.
That's pretty.
So around the border, I just have random broccoli and bell peppers. Over here, the birdseed sunflowers have planted themselves.
Yeah, look, that's from the bird seed.
It just sows itself. It kind of makes a mess, but what are you gonna do?
This is the bird zone.
Yeah, that's the bird zone. And then this is the typical garden that I changed to be not so typical, you know, like you'd see everybody's backyard. This is what we started out with. I decided I didn't like just dirt. I wanted rows, and I wanted to not have to till it every year, so that I could just come in and plant. Like there's less work, less cleanup, and I didn't want to walk in mud. So I laid the bark down, I made rows. Then my brother suggested this for grapes to put something over.
Yeah, look at
And
the grapes.
I love it. This is my first year having grapes on this tree. I grew grapes in Florida, but this is my first time in Utah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So I
exciting.
got 2 bunches of grapes. I'm putting them on just because obviously I attract birds to my yard.
Yep.
I want to sample the grapes this year.
My
so
grapes!
In the future, if we get tons, my goal is to have 4 posts covered with grapes, but this one is not thriving. This one is struggling, and the other 2 are dead. So that's the potato tower I was experimenting with this year. I had one over there. I harvested 1 tower, and why I did the potato tower is because it was leftover little potato seeds I had after I planted all my other potatoes. They weren't the best potato seeds. Hey, you're chewing my grapes. Hey, buddy, that's not a stick.
He's eating your grapes.
Buddy,
Koa, come!
that's not a stick.
Koa,
That's
come!
not a stick.
Yes, good boy. Come.
And that's why my grapes. No, just kidding.
That's why they look like that.
I actually love having dogs in the garden, so sometimes you have to sacrifice for them.
Oh no,
Buddy,
the sacrificial stick.
Come here. Let's go find you a treat. Should we go get you a treat?
He needs a
Let's get a treat.
And we're back.
Okay, we got Koa a willow stick.
Which is
So
safe
those
for
are great
dogs.
for dogs. Anyway, this is a potato tower. It will have little tiny potatoes. I don't expect huge potatoes, but they're great for like the soft baby potatoes.
Oh.
So that's what we're gonna use those for. Coming down, come with us.
Come
on. So we have tomato plants here, and then some kale. And I cut back a lot of the leaves on the kale because they were getting damaged, or they had aphids underneath, and I wanted to just like wipe out the pests. And so they're starting to come back and grow and getting ready to harvest. There's a whole bunch of kale.
Oh yeah.
And then these furry things are asparagus. So they start off, these are the first thing you can harvest in the spring. I think in March or
Holy
April,
cow.
we start harvesting the bottom. There's actually some new ones that are growing in here, like right here. There's new ones right here.
Yeah.
And what's funny, Koa comes in here
And he
because
just chews them.
this is his forest, and he finds these new ones and he chews the tops off of them.
Oh.
Which is okay. It's okay because it's just a treat for him and it doesn't hurt the plant. So he comes, there's several new ones and he loves
This
this
is little
forest
jungle.
and it's fine.
Oh my gosh. There's a cucumber.
So that one's a pickling cucumber and this is like a lemon drop cucumber where they're like little white
What the heck?
little white cucumbers.
Weird.
You just eat them, they're like snacking cucumbers. So eat them little.
Okay, I have these two and they're so weird shaped.
Those are called, they are the prairie fire tomatoes.
Normal.
This one is probably 5-6 feet tall.
Yeah, it's
Tomato?
taller than me.
So
Holy cow, you've had to like
5'5".
pin it together down there.
oh, I've had to pin it major and it's
Get
still
yourself
tipping.
together, man.
I know. It's just like the cage is not strong enough.
Yeah.
But I don't have to worry about like, I don't prune my tomatoes because we're in a dry climate, so I don't do the pruning between the stems, like
Yeah.
clipping this out.
Yeah,
The
look at
suckers, I
them.
keep them all in because I get more tomatoes. When I prune, I feel like I get less. I've tried it before, I don't like it. Here we don't have to worry about rain and all that stuff because we don't get it. So we don't have the problems that you might have. I know you're not supposed to put potatoes next to tomatoes, but when I planted these, that was the only space I had, and it really was kind of on the border edge of the row. But I had no other place to put potatoes, and I was like, I gotta get rid of potatoes. I had no more materials for potato towers, so
there they go.
we went next to the tomatoes.
We find room.
And there's no disease, as you can see. I'm not seeing disease, just pest problems like slugs and grasshoppers is pretty much what I have. These are freshly planted greens for fall, which the slugs are getting them too. I think it's bok choy. Those are all bok choys. Tomatoes as well. Gorgeous grape.
I know. Look at this queen.
Some more tomatoes. I think these might be.
Holy cow!
I don't know what greens I planted.
Look at all these.
Could be radish. Yeah, they're doing good. All these. I can't wait till these are big. These purple black.
Holy cow!
Yeah, they're cool.
That is so cool.
Very cool. Those ones are. Those are the Queen of the Night tomatoes.
Queen of the Night.
Queen of the Night.
Lots of tomatoes. We're going to have tomatoes for days, lady.
We have like a squash or a pumpkin back there. It might have been one that Audrey and I got for free. It's starting to spread her wings.
Yes.
I'm not sure what it is.
I think it's a pumpkin.
So I normally don't grow those, but it's working for me so far. These are the purple tomatillos. So how you know that they're ready to harvest is they burst out of their little husk and they turn all purple with no green. And these will start to turn tan or brown.
That's cool.
And then you'll know that you can start harvesting them and make salsa or salsa verde. Yeah. So I'm excited to have some purple. So there's a couple of those there. There's some celery in the back that I let go to seed along with strawberries. These are actually that might be part of it. The ground cherries they pop up all over here and down there. I keep pulling them, but man, they come back. They come back with a vengeance. These two are columnar apple trees. So they're really fun. They grow really close together and upright. And then instead of growing the apples on the branches, they grow them off the main stem.
Interesting. Those are apples. Those look like tomatoes.
It's just so fascinating to me that they grow on this branch instead of like leafing out and then growing on a tip out here.
Yeah, it's different.
So I thought that would be fun to have those. This is celery. I've already harvested so much celery that came up early spring. This is going to be harvested in the fall. Bouncing over here. This is my apple tree that is He tore out green beans. He just harvested the whole plant instead of just the bean. He's like, oh
my gosh.
You know, though, he'll be entertained. He's entertained.
Oh my gosh.
My garden is a dog-friendly garden, and I just don't worry if the dogs trample something or eat something because I'm like, I enjoy dogs.
Got snacks for days.
So this is a 4-variety apple tree. I can't remember all the varieties.
There's you got like a yellow one, a green one.
Granny Smith. I can't remember.
But you got so many of them.
Below it is a whole bunch of jalapenos or the tans, the mild jalapenos. So I'm letting them just stay on as long as they can so that we can make salsa with them. So there's a whole bunch that go around the ring. And then I have on the outer side green beans, bush green beans.
That Koa just tore up.
And then Koa's like helping himself too. But you know what?
He even got a big one.
He is loving it.
Koa, look what you got, bud.
You want to eat it? It's yummy. So Logan likes the green beans. Atlas cannot stand them. I'm not sure if Koa, maybe he'll like it.
I've given him my like zebra stripey one and he didn't really like it, but maybe he'll like this one.
He just wants to chew it and break it.
All right, garden ASMR. Mukbang.
He just wants to tear. He's a puppy. He's like, I'm not here for the food. I'm here to destroy.
Yeah, he is.
Over here I have bean towers that set up. They're just kind of getting going. These are the pole beans. They're amongst the strawberries, and I had onions in here that I pulled. And then this is a fig tree. These I thought were going to come back, but they didn't. Instead, they're growing new things, and you can see the little baby fig starting to.
Where are they?
Right there.
Oh my gosh! Look, this fig variety does not require a wasp.
No, this is this is the Chicago cold hardy fig. It will grow in our climate. The leaves are obviously destroyed by the pests.
Usually figs eat a wasp and that's how they become a fig.
Yes. But this variety, I believe, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they do that. So these right here are the ground cherries I keep pulling. They are so annoying. These little ground cherries. They're everywhere throughout the strawberries. I can't get rid of them. They just keep coming back. I think a bird planted them.
Oh.
That's how they ended up here. I did not plant them. I grew them in Florida. I've not grown them here. Pole beans, tomatoes, and this beauty over here that's
Wow, she's
getting
tall.
eaten up is a blackberry bush.
Holy cow!
So, and then strawberries.
Yes.
More pole beans and blackberries. Obviously, you can see that I really cram everything together because you don't have a weed problem if you pack it in.
That's true. They don't have room to grow.
Yeah, I just pack it in. Wherever there's a spot, I plant something. And so it becomes quite packed in. I used to have all up and down this onions growing in with the strawberries so that every little bit of space was taken up. Over here is a peach tree. I did not get it sprayed, so it has like these little scabby things that I've got to figure out how to prevent that next year.
Yeah.
But I think they're still edible. We'll just pull them up. It's my first year that I'll get to try peaches from my own tree. Audrey and I did a hard pruning. We chopped the tree
We did.
in half.
It came back so good.
In the spring, we chopped it in half. I think in the fall, we'll probably trim up a little bit more and shape it so it gets, looking better. Down below are pole beans, some flowers, and some more jalapenos. So,
Hey, marigolds. I know that one.
yeah. Yep, there's a few marigolds. Let's go to this tree. So this is the pear tree. It is, I think it's a 4 variety pear. And here's one that's growing. Last year I got like 7. This year I get like 1. Because we also hard pruned. We pruned
did.
all the trees. We basically cut them in half.
Mm-hmm.
That's really stressful on the tree, but it also put a lot of energy to the roots.
It's what our teacher told us to do.
Yeah, and we're going to have to shape it again this fall. But I'll get 1 pear this year, and that's okay. I can be patient. It's fine. Down below I planted some rutabagas. I've never grown these before.
Whoa.
I'm hoping they taste good. I've read online that I've never even tasted rutabaga in my life. I've read online that you have to wait until they've got their first frost, then it will sweeten them up. So I won't harvest these until probably the first week in October.
Wow.
So those are going to be massive.
Yeah, they're
I don't
already
even know how to eat a rutabaga.
they're already gargantuan. It's like an onion.
Yeah, I'm going to try it because we had never tried turnips and kohlrabi, and I ended up, turnips are great, but the kohlrabi I absolutely love. So I love trying, every year I put in a new vegetable to try because who knows, maybe it'll be my favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping those are favorite. Over here are some raspberry bushes. They go up and down the whole rest of the row. These are thornless. They're the bushel and berry raspberry bushes, shortcake. So they're thornless, you can grab them, they're very pet friendly and kid friendly, and they grow bushy, but they do still spread. And yeah, we got some raspberries. We were also gone for a lot of the harvest of them.
Yeah.
So here amongst the strawberries are oregano and some echinacea, which you could use medicinal or just
They're
they're
pretty.
beautiful.
They look like a coneflower.
They are, yeah, like cornflower. Leeks. Oh.
Mom's favorite.
It's my favorite garden vegetable. I love leeks and potatoes. That is such, whether it's soup or just fried, like just baked on a tray,
Give me
They are so good. So
They
I'm
look like
excited.
green onion, but like split open.
Yeah, so you don't use the leaves, you really use the stem. And instead of pulling them up, I'm just going to be chopping them down at the base in hopes that they'll come back again. I have already harvested a bunch of leeks. I'm planning on harvesting more, put some in the freezer, and freeze dry some for fall and winter because I can't wait. Those are
Soups.
delicious. This is some dill that's gone to seed. Cosmos with lots of wasps.
Oh,
It is
they love
crazy.
this.
They love it. This is a white zucchini.
White zucchini?
So you can see in there, they grow
Oh.
white.
Yeah, there's one growing right now.
And then another
More
tomato.
tomatoes.
More raspberry. Beets. I've just harvested a lot of massive beets and just canned them. We only like them pickled. We don't eat, because I don't like, they taste like dirt to me if I just fry them or put them in soup. So pickling is the only way to do this for me. But there are like, I don't know, there's some, you can kind of see the beets.
Yeah.
You can harvest the greens. These are a little bit old, so I probably wouldn't. I would probably harvest the greens in the spring. This is, I don't remember planting this. But it must have, it's a Brussels sprout. I've never been able to grow it in the past.
Brussels sprout?
Brussels sprout. So they grow right here into little balls. I'm hoping they'll still grow in time, that I'll be able to get Brussels sprouts. I heard Brussels sprouts from your garden is a much better taste than store-bought. So
well, that goes for like everything.
To try it. Hi, did you see some?
Look, you have some like leftover shriveled raspberry.
Oh yeah, 'cause the raspberry harvest, they came on in July. We were out of town, and by the time we came back, they were at the end, and I picked one quart-sized bag, and then I got tired of it. I was just done. Let's go back here a little bit. So back here is my Toka plum with one plum on it. The branch so normally sits out here, but I didn't want the lawnmower guy to whack it off. So I've like gently propped it up. It's called a bubblegum plum. That's Toka plum.
That's cool.
It's our first one that we'll ever get to try from this tree.
Because we also whacked this one
David
down.
and I are going to split this and try it. Actually, I don't know. It might be Audrey and I will split it because David can't eat a lot of raw fruits and vegetables. He has to have them cooked.
He's allergic.
He's allergic.
Just kidding. He actually is allergic.
He actually is a lot. He ate a plum the other day and he was like, it started going to his chest and everything. It was pretty bad.
Gosh.
So probably he won't eat that actually. Down here is another new plant for me. It's fennel. And this is, we had rain and it's obviously really mushy and wet.
We had our one rain of the season.
Yes, a really, really big storm too.
It was awesome.
I've never grown fennel. I've never tasted fennel. I'm excited to try the fennel.
New addition.
And then next year, if I like it, I'll plant more instead of just like, these are my sample, like, you know, there's not much you can grow around the tree, so I figure I'll just grow a little bit to taste test, and if I like it, I'll add it next year. I've got to start digging up more lawn though, because I'm out of space.
We're digging up the grass.
This is a nectarine tree, right?
Yeah,
this is a
apricot,
nectarine.
right?
This is a nectarine, because I was like, peaches down there. This is a nectarine. Got planted this year, so obviously no fruit. Down below is some basil and some bush beans. And back over here we have some sage, but it's mixed with some ornamental sage too, so I need to probably tear it out and plant something new. And then some cabbage.
Yeah, look at those cabbages.
Which we've been harvesting. I've harvested 2 cabbages and they are so wonderful. We make a cabbage salad with chicken and some delicious sauce. It's so good.
Yeah.
Volunteer tomato. I did not plant that.
You've got
grasshoppers. Yes.
You've got one.
Grasshoppers.
I got a lot of those.
These have beans growing up them. These were actually put in to stop Atlas, so it wouldn't bark at passerbys. And so I tried to start creating barricades where there's blank spots. And then I was like, well, if I'm making a barricade, let's grow something up it.
Yeah.
So,
look at these. Yes.
So pretty zinnias. Swiss chard is down there. I've been harvesting it and freeze drying it for later. I've also cooked with it like in stir fries. Over here is a apricot tree, which I'm excited about. This is the Moon Park apricot that's planted this year.
We
so this
chopped
will get
it too.
really big. Oh, we butchered all the trees. we chopped them.
Because some trees have an open vase, and some trees like apples don't.
Yeah, but they all needed to be definitely pruned really good so that we can like get a good shape on them. It's better to prune them and really do that each year and to get less harvest than to get a loaded harvest and have your branches break because they're not strong enough.
Well, and then if you get a loaded harvest one year, you won't get anything like the next year.
Yeah, so we also thin out all of our plants. So the apples and the peaches I've heavily thinned. We had more on them, but I picked them off, and it's hard to do that, but it's much better for your tree and you'll get bigger apples. That's what we've done. And we have here some peppers.
Hey, that one's huge!
I'm getting some peppers, Audrey.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was so big when I pulled that
They're
back.
huge.
I was like, wow. And then some jalapenos. That says California Wonder Pepper. I don't think so. With some bush beans. And then over the corner I have, like, I don't know if the dogs did this or the storm that we got.
Yeah, it's probably Koa.
I don't know. Anyway, there's that all falling down. We do have corn back here, and we have harvested some corn and ate it. It's a super sweet corn. It's really, really yummy. Really delicious. Back here is a zucchini.
Oh yeah, we know the
And then
zucchinis.
I had back in here, and you probably can't see them. They're falling, and I'm letting them fall. I had a bunch of these poppies. They're bread seed poppies. This is new this year, so I can use them for like baking the poppy seeds in them.
Like muffins, poppy
Yes.
seed.
So I'm letting
poppy
some. I didn't harvest them all because I want them to just naturally plant themselves next year without me having to do work. More natural planting is always better when I don't have to do it.
Uh-oh.
So he's
Did
found
you
corn
get
now.
corn?
I think he got one off.
Boy,
It's definitely okay because look at how many we have. More than we
look
can
at
eat.
all the corn.
And so amongst it, I planted sweet potatoes. But,
Wait, is this one ready?
you know, I think it probably is. I think this Saturday we're gonna have a
Harvest some
barbecue and we're
corn?
gonna have corn, fresh corn on the cob that day.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, there'll be a few that we pull. There's another one here.
Yeah, because you said they were ready when they turn brown.
They
right
turn
here.
brown and they really arch out away from the stem. They start to lean,
Oh.
so you know they're ready. Because you can see, look how much it's pulling away from that stem instead of being up flush. It used to be right flush with that.
Yeah.
They just seem like they tilt out more. Down below I have sweet potatoes planted all up in amongst them. And I think this is a kohlrabi. I've been harvesting most of the kohlrabi, but you can see like
Yeah.
some littler. So you just eat this little round circle part and it is so yummy. So you can eat it raw, and to me it tastes like a very, very mild radish, or you can cook it and it ends up tasting more like a cauliflower to me. So it's great. We cook it mostly for stir fries, but sometimes I can't help myself and I just have to nibble on it in the garden, you know? You do peel the outer skin though. Volunteer tomatoes got up in there.
Volunteer tomatoes.
They just grow themselves. Bush beans, and this is a sweet cherry tree. So this is the sweetheart cherry.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, so this was planted this year, even though it's kind of big. It's a brand new one. These are the dragon tongue beans.
That's what I have.
Bush beans, yeah.
Chloe doesn't really like them.
These are probably my favorite bush beans. I love the dragon tongue. They just seem like they're softer, more tender. Back behind this whole row of corn, I'm going to show you in the gap. You can see I put potatoes back against the wall. So they're probably starting to get ready to harvest soon as they die back. But obviously I can't really get to them until I get the corn taken down. So I don't know. This again is the sweet potato, but I don't think I'm going to actually get anything because it just took a lot longer to grow than I thought I had, so I've got to try a different
And we
variety
have
next
short
year.
seasons here.
We have the shortest season in the U.S.
So we have to.
We do. We literally
Oh,
have the
you're
shortest.
definitely not gonna get any.
I don't know if you should eat the sweet
Go.
potato. It might not be
Go,
good for
come.
you.
Come.
You want different?
Good
I
boy,
don't think
yes.
sweet potato is a good thing for dogs to chew on, actually.
Good boy.
I'd have to check, but I don't think that's when you want them. That and, yeah. Okay, over here. Back there is another zucchini that's massive.
Yeah, she is.
And then some more tomatoes, sunflowers, and other little plantings I planted for fall. Over here is more potatoes on
This
the
is
border.
how they start off, and then
Yep,
they get
they
this big.
They do. On the border is potatoes. There is some, these are haskapberries or honeyberries, bushes that I just planted this year. So eventually this will just be haskapberry little patch. These are flowers that I planted. I might pull out the bulbs and move them if those haskaps get bigger. This is I don't know, I'm guessing it's probably pie pumpkin, but I don't know what kind of pumpkin type thing it is.
Pie pumpkin.
Like it makes the little pumpkins.
Yeah. Oh.
So anyway, that is pretty much my garden tour. I guess under our beautiful willow tree,
Yeah,
our
look
dappled
at
willow
this.
is flowers, little pollinator, flowers for them. That's pretty much the garden tour. So next year I wouldn't mind, I'll show you right here. This is the spot I want to dig up. Or not dig up, I lay down cardboard and then put dirt on top. I kind of want to do that this fall, lay down cardboard, put dirt on top. Next spring plant the huckleberries and make a huckleberry patch right here.
Yeah.
So slowly I am digging up this yard.
There'll be no grass, just
That's the goal,
forest.
is to just have it, because as each of these trees get bigger, the circle of dirt below them will also get bigger, and I'll be able to plant more until it's like that size of the cherry tree, and so it's just going to be all garden one day.
And then you just have like little stepping stones everywhere you want to go.
Yeah,
and
the
ground
stepping
cover.
stones. So there'll be like a little little bit of grassy areas, you know, to
Yeah, for
play,
the dogs
but
and stuff.
or to sit or whatever. But it'll turn into a lot of garden in future years, hopefully.
Go.
Alrighty, so that's the end of the garden tour. Make sure to check out everything I've harvested from this garden, because this is not a very big yard. It's kind of like, I mean, it is big, but it's kind of a typical yard, American yard, I feel like. And I've really packed in the vegetables, and I've rotated them for spring, summer, and fall the best I could, because we have the shortest growing season, so we don't really get to have 3 seasons. But I really utilized this space so you can see how much I harvested in just this small space, and hopefully it encourages you to go out and plant something today. Just try it. If you've never grown it before, it's just a seed. Just throw it in. It wants to grow. Anyway, let me know what you like to plant, what you're planting in your garden, what your favorite vegetable is, if you even do garden. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.